My son Oren thinks he's a cyborg from the year 2050.
We're receiving programming. We are watching video. We are learning.
Learning what?
About the future.
Dog, I'm gonna be real with you. This is like a Captain America level of autism. This is superhero levels of autism. All I'm saying, like, if this guy could be as autistic for the future as he is for weightlifting, this dude would look like the Incredible Hulk. You know what I mean? Like, you would not be stopping that dude. But he hasn't chosen that path. He's gone with kind of a more of a like, you know, or kind of like a L. Ron Hubbard type vibe, but you know, you gotta live your life.
Nice, Ron.
She says that 2 years ago, he graduated at the top of his class from NYU's Stern School.
Nice.
It's a highly ranked business school.
Yeah.
But Anita says all of that changed in an instant when her son suddenly...
Oh, God. Oh, it sounded so tragic. It sounded so tragic. It's like he was a good boy. He went to school. He went to college. He was going to go work on Wall Street, but then drugs got a hold of him. Nope, not even that. This dude, Sonic the Hedgehog. Imagine having imagine like you have a full ride scholarship. This is the equivalent of having like a full ride football scholarship and breaking your ankle. This guy was going to work on Wall Street, but brother, Knuckles got a hold of him, and Knuckles ain't letting go. That's an iron grip.
He is a mechanized cyborg, part man, part machine.
Okay, so hold on. There was no explanation. So did this just randomly happen one day? Did he, like, because you said he went to school, he was going to work on Wall Street, he was at NYU Stern, studied, like, everything, all you said was everything was great and everything was going well, but then one day... There's no one day, no. There's no, like, and then for something like this. You don't just like get in your car one day, put it in park as soon as you get where you're going and go, damn, I'm a cyborg. That doesn't happen. Something happens to cause this. What happened to cause this? This is not naturally occurring. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You don't develop uber autism just randomly at 22 picking up Chipotle for the day. That's not how it's gonna go down. You don't just grab your order from McDonald's, turn around and go, I guess I'm committing my life to My Little Pony, and that's it. Okay, I had no idea. This is not how the world works. Maybe there'll be an explanation. Let's see.
Sent back in time from the year 2050 by higher beings. Now, he claims his mission is to try and stop the apocalypse.
Sure.
His
Noble
mother,
cause,
Anita,
by the way.
admits that while she's bothered...
Noble cause, by the way. All this guy is trying to save the world, and you're dragging him on Dr. Phil? How is that any way to treat our Terminator friend?
Whenever I get this kind of letter, I always take this very seriously because it can be somebody just...
I think you might be the only one, Dr. Phil. See, this is why you call in pay professional. That is what every like paid psychological professional is somebody who can take something like this seriously. I can't take this seriously. You can't come to me out of serious concern that your grown adult son randomly thought he was a cyborg one day. And you want me to handle this delicately. Not going to happen. Me, not going to happen. Please. No, I'm sorry. I wish I could. I really wish I could. I wish my brain worked like that. I really do. But let's be honest, I would probably just ask to talk to him and then gas him up the whole time. Really, 2050, and then what? Damn, dude. No, please, keep going. Shut up. Anyway.
It can be a very serious mental illness. And
you think?
Cyborgs are part machine, part man.
I'm sorry, it's so funny to legitimately think that you are a cyborg and you're still throwing on Snapchat filters. That's so funny to me. I don't know why, but it's just like, no, why do you, like, you're already a cyborg. Like, it's almost like he's putting it on him to be like, told y'all, see, it's real. I am a robot. There's a video of it right here. I really think in his mind, that's what he thinks it is. That's what he thinks it is. I love this dude. He rocks. Okay.
There is an apocalypse in the future. We have seen it in our dreams and in our visions.
2 years ago, he graduated from NYU Business School with a 3.9 GPA.
Nice.
This isn't the young man that I saw walk across the stage when he graduated.
Okay, so
He's
what
changed.
happened? So what happened? Something had to have happened. We keep talking about what happened. Something happened to cause this, and nobody has even brought up like a glint of that being a possibility. You don't just wake up one day and think that you're a fucking cyborg. What happened? You can't drag this man onto Dr. Phil airing his business out, and then we're not even gonna. What happened? Please.
Funny, that was a year ago.
Things do not happen overnight.
He rules. I'm sorry, this guy rules. That's so funny.
You say this has been going on for about 2 years.
Yes.
But when he's just around the house, just hanging around, is he always in cyborg mode?
He's always in
Yes.
cyborg mode.
And you haven't taken him to a hospital? This has been going on for 2 years? 2 years? There's a point where you call. There's people you can call, lady. I again, we're just getting into this video. Things still have to develop, but there's two things I better hear. I better hear about like times that you have tried to take him to the hospital. Number one, and two, I need to hear about how the fuck this happened. Is anybody going to acknowledge that?
There were certain expectations when he came home that I wanted him to be a part of, helping me around the house and taking out the garbage and helping me, clean up and helping with groceries. And he would just usually tell me that he's working, he's busy, and that he is on his computer.
Hold up. No, wait. So are you telling me this only started when he came home after college and you started to ask him to do chores and get a job? That's when this sprang up out of nowhere. This dude rocks. This dude rules. I can't do the dishes, bitch. I'm a robot. I can't get a job. Who's going to hire a cyborg? Duh. Now, if you excuse me, I'm doing important work on my computer. Because of course he is. I think we actually might be witnessing a mastermind in the making. This is actually pretty good. Unless you can come through with some kind of actual other explanation as to why this is happening. As far as you were telling me, this only came up when he moved back home from college and you asked him to mow the lawn one time. This rules.
You don't think he has a mental illness?
No, not at all.
So
It is.
if it's not a mental illness, what would motivate this kind of atypical behavior?
Well, one of the things that he knew that I wanted him to do was find a job, and he hasn't done that. And so,
Okay, so that's
he can-
so that's what I'm saying. That's what she's going with. She's saying this is legitimately just a way to get out of like finding a job and doing chores. Which, again, if that is the case, big respect, dude. Big respect. Most people just sit around and be a piece of shit, right? Most people just like sit around and do nothing and like make up the worst excuses we've all heard a million times. This guy went, you know what? I'm going to be a fucking robot. Yeah, take me on TV about it, bitch. See what happens. This dude rules. He rules. I'm on his side now.
claim that he's a cyborg and so forth, and not have to enter into, having a real job like the rest of, the kids out there who graduate from college.
But he's pretty committed to this.
He's
He stuck with this for a couple of years. Oren agreed to leave his bedroom, stop downloading content to his mainframe,
Content.
and come here today.
We're downloading content, which, by the way, if anybody ever tells you that they are downloading content and that's all they say, they don't specify. If anybody just ever says vaguely that they are downloading content, don't say it. Don't say it like that. Just don't.
It's a compromise. Oren says what you will see today is not his real body. It's just a shell.
Okay.
So if he didn't have this shell on, we would be afraid. So he's doing this so we don't fear him.
Okay.
When Oren was small,
I'm shaking
he
in my
had
boots.
a fascination with a movie called The Matrix.
No, let's go. Yes. Yes. Oh my God, yes. Dude, he just decided to become a Matrix loser to get out of getting a job. He rules. Just stop making me love this guy. It can't be. You can't do it anymore. God, he's awesome.
Oren must watch The Matrix at least once a week. I believe that is the thread that maybe might be running through him believing that he's a cyborg.
Again, no, he just did what like most people do, where he's like, damn, The Matrix fucking rules. And I really don't want to work at AutoZone. Again, this all makes so much sense. This makes it, you can't just, okay, keep stating your case.
How will they know who we are if we do not do what we do?
The best part is I live in New York City. I live in Manhattan. I can just go walk 2 blocks away and there will be some guy saying this exact stuff on a street corner somewhere. The thing that nobody's talking about, you don't realize, this happened to so many people in the 2000s. This guy's just on TV about it. Do you know how many people in the 2000s just saw The Matrix and went, fuck this shit, dude. I'm getting a cool coat. And now it's this. They're back in their mom's room. They won't get a job. And they're just like, no, you don't understand. I am the Matrix. Do you know the Matrix? That's me. I am the Matrix. He's me. And they're like, please just get, I saw that the McDonald's down the street was hiring. Can you please, just please? So many. Somebody make a Netflix documentary out of that, because there's enough of those guys to go around.
We always knew that we were different. This body is our current form. We believe that we can take other forms.
Hold on, wait. Hold on. So he thinks he's a cyborg. So he's wearing. Let me just go back here real quick, just a touch, just a hair.
This body is our current form.
So hold on. So he believes that he's a cyborg, and so he's wearing a hoodie with a cyborg on it. So he's like, in a sense, he's wearing a hoodie with himself on it. Anybody else that you would see doing that, you would either think was the biggest narcissist you'd ever met or an insane person. You're not helping your case here, buddy. But again, I'm still rocking with you. Also, right here, what's this? What is this right over here? Is this 2 empty bottles of water I see on your desk right there? Why does a cyborg have 2 empty bottles of water on his desk? Why would we need that? Why is he mogging me right now, dude?
We will become fully mechanized, as in the commercial sense shown on our shirt. Okay, but we are...
shirt. I will become the dude who is on my shirt. I will become, as you can clearly see displayed on my shirt. It is a... You drew that, dude. You drew that. You sent that somewhere to have them print that off. Jesus fucking Christ. That is a hoodie that an 8-year-old in 1997 would wear. It's like, I love that he offered it as proof. I'm clearly a cyborg. Look at my shirt. Would a cyborg not be wearing a shirt with a cyborg on it? How else would everybody know he's a cyborg? Duh, Dr. Phil.
So if we x-ray your legs, we would see mechanized legs, not bone and muscle.
Correct.
Would not be the
It
same.
is a combination of
Well,
flesh.
let's cut those open right now. Let's give it out there. How funny would it be if it was just like if somebody came out with a chainsaw? Do it. You want to prove it right now? We want to spread our message. You want to spread your message. You want me to believe you? Let them cut you open right now. They don't have to cut off your arm, or like let them cut you open right now so I can see the steel that's inside you that you claim to have. Do it right now on the Dr. Phil show. I want to see it, please. If you won't do that, I'm not interested.
And you say you don't want to tie yourself up with a job, because if you have a job, you can't spread your message.
Correct. Our job is spreading the message.
I have a job and spread my message. I mean, it works for me.
Yeah, you have a fucking TV show. No, okay, Dr. Phil. This is going to be the one moment where you were like, why can't you have a job? Well, why can't you just have a network television show like me? You're an insane young man who thinks that he's a robot. Just get a show on ABC. Why can't you do that? Come on, Doctor. Come on.
Yeah, I tried. I told you down the right.
No
Our mission
way.
right now is to save humanity from themselves. We created a digital persona to speak the language of the youth and of humanity.
My son has these 2 personas, a cyborg versus this rap artist.
No, hold on.
He uses as the conduit to get out his cyborg
Hold on. No. Now it makes so much sense. Okay. So he's just claiming to be a cyborg so that he doesn't get a job so that he can focus on being a rapper. Guys, tale as old as time. Why didn't you say that from the beginning? You could have saved us so much question. Of course, dude. Oh my God. Why does my son think he's a cyborg? Because it gets him out of having to get a job and he gets to be a rapper. What are you talking about? That's an American as apple pie. Classic.
I think it's nonsense. I mean, Oren, you're wasting your life right now.
Hold on. Did you think dragging him on Dr. Phil was going to make this any better? You think this is going to help with him getting a job? This is his legacy now. This is going to come up whenever anybody Googles him. Yeah, I was looking at this guy for like regional sales managers. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Nice resume, good references. He thinks he's a Terminator. Could that be a problem? Maybe. I looked into him and yes, we'll keep it in mind.
One of the things that you would know from a scientific standpoint is that you have to consider all data points. You have to consider everything. You don't prejudge anything, right? You gather data. Is it possible that you're delusional?
What was that question? He's like, look, so being from the future, you understand the importance of gathering data and fact checking and going past your sources and making sure everything is credible. Do you think you're insane? Smooth move, Dr. Phil.
No.
Can y'all hear the fireworks going on outside my... Bro, it's the 6th. What the fuck? Bro, are you serious? Can y'all hear that? It's the 6th. This is my message to anybody who likes to do fireworks on the 4th of July. Do your thing. Great. Have a good time. Dump the entire mag on the 4th. Get rid of the entire inventory on the 4th. Let it all... I don't care if you have to light it all off at the same time to get it over with. Get it all done and out by the 4th.
Well,
Can we give you an example?
That wasn't the question. The question is it possible? And you're approaching this from an objective and scientific way. You have to account for the possibility that your thinking is delusional.
Correct.
You can't dismiss that.
Correct.
Right.
You were going to give me an example.
Forget it.
Okay?
Yes.
Because I'm trying to find out.
Let's
You're
go.
coming from the future. What it is, tell me something I don't know that comes from 2050.
You are making the assumption that everybody has these same principles and values, that everybody has read these articles.
But hold on. You could say that about anything. You could say that about literally anything, right? If you're being like, oh, well, I'm here to unveil this truth. Well, this guy said it over there. Well, okay, well, not everybody's fucking listened to that guy. Well, I mean, yeah, but he said it first. So it's falling apart here, buddy. You're crumbling. We got to pick it back up.
Do you know how long it takes for a plastic water bottle to biodegrade?
Educate us.
Drop it on us, Dr. Phil.
About 1,000 years. So you have a collective 5,000 years of plastic there that has to biodegrade.
No, it's 1,000 years for 5,000. That's not 5,000 years. Okay.
But yet you want me to believe that you're here as a role model sent to save our environment.
We are not perfect.
Yeah, that rules. That's your defense to that is like, hey, I'm not a superhero, man. Getting caught up in your lie of being a cyborg sent to here to save the future, and you're like, why are you polluting shit? And he's like, hey, I'm not Superman.
You said you always wished you had superpowers like teleportation and were accepted at Hogwarts instead of settled for business school. Is it possible that in your mind you've created your own personal Hogwarts?
Oh my God. This is like the final level of Disney adult. That's what this is. This is the final level of like that lady at your work who just like has to make everything about Harry Potter. This is like this is the boss level of that. Except it's this dude. Holy shit, dude. History in the making right here. Okay.
My brother thinking he's a cyborg creates tension in the house.
I'm
You
making
think?
something.
Yeah, my brother going through a severe bout of mental illness causes a few kerfuffles in the house, if I'm being honest here. Dude, something happened. I'm telling you, again, if it's not just him like using this as an excuse to be a loser, if this is a legitimate like mental crisis, something happened. This doesn't just randomly pop up out of nowhere. Bro, something happened at NYU Stern. Something happened at business school. I think some P. Diddy shit went down at business school, and he just reverted into like, I'm a robot, I'm not a human, they can't hurt a human, they wouldn't hurt a robot, they can't hurt a robot, they wouldn't touch a robot. That's just my guess here. It's something. And the fact that nobody is like, again, the fact that we have not even gotten to the why did this happen. Somebody has asked that question before. His mother has asked that question and inquired about that before as to what caused this to happen. I promise you she has, right? And you know what? I got a feeling that she got an answer to that, and she got an answer that she did not want to hear and does not want to acknowledge it or bring it up, and just wants to act like this just poof randomly happened out of nowhere. I would be willing to bet. Not saying that's what's going on, but like that's kind of what I'm reading here. You know what I mean?
What do you miss?
We would laugh a lot. We would hang out with my other sister, and I just feel like it's been such a long time since I've had that, and like I don't really feel cherished.
Yeah, he also used to do this thing where he didn't think that he was a cyborg. That was really cool. But she
Yes.
won't make him see a therapist because he refuses to go. Okay, again, if somebody look, I understand there's a lot of instances where you can't make somebody do something or whatever, but when somebody is having a severe mental crisis and breakdown, it does reach a point where it is kind of your responsibility as their loved one to essentially do the human version of holding the dog down and shoving the pills down its throat. It reaches a point. I'm sorry. If you love them and you want them to get better, you don't have a choice but to do that. In certain scenarios, this is definitely fucking one of them. Your son came back from college convinced that he's an android from the future, and you're like, well, I mean, he doesn't want to go to the therapist. No shit, he doesn't want to go to the therapist. He doesn't want to eat. He doesn't want to throw away the water bottles in his room. Hold it, dude. You got it. Like, somebody needs to be called. Somebody needs to be called who can basically show up and be like, well, here's the thing. You don't have much of a choice. So we're going to go to the doctors now. They're going to check you out. And, you know, they're going to do some stuff, and we're going to take some pills. We're going to have some conversations, and, you know, you're going to not be as into Sonic the Hedgehog. And things are going to be better. That's how that has to go.
I was married to his father, and then that relationship ended. And
I was married to his father. That relationship ended. His father was a Terminator. He went back to the future. Yes, it's a whole, you know. So there was a lot of rifts in the household.
Something that has happened in your life or is happening in your life has caused you to escape into an exaggerated belief, or
that's the whole thing, dude. In 2026, everything is a fucking trauma response. This is the most clear example of a trauma response I have ever seen in all of my years on Earth, and nobody has said the words trauma. How have the words trauma not been brought up once in the 30 minutes of this video? I have never seen a better example of a clear-cut trauma case, and for some reason, we're not bringing it up. For some reason, this psychologist, whatever he is, this mental health expert, has not once brought up the notion of like, hey man, did somebody maybe put their fingers inside of you when you didn't want it, and now you think that you live in Hogwarts in your brain? Because that's not an unreasonable question in this situation. Jesus Christ, everybody do their fucking job.
And you say, I don't think this is a mental illness, and I'm not into labels, but let's just talk about what's normal or abnormal.
Hold on. I'm sorry. We're talking about mental illness, and you're like, well, I'm not into labels. Are you schizophrenic? I mean, I'm not really into labels. You know what I mean? Are you psychotic? I'm not really into labels. Okay, that's definitely not the most terrifying response that you could give to that question. All right, cool. Yeah, I feel very comfortable right now. It's very normal.
Is not everyone delusional? Does not everyone believe that they have some special talent or hidden recognition to get them through the day?
No, there's a lot of people who hate themselves, like legitimately. There's just answering your question.
What is so different about us than everyone else?
Okay, no, there's a difference between being like, you know what, I actually think I'm a pretty good singer, and being like, you know what, I actually think I'm a cyborg from the year 2050. There's a difference. There is a difference. You have to acknowledge that. Give me that.
So I want to test the reality of some of the things you believe. I would think
that's why we're going to cut you open right here and right now on the Dr. Phil show. Bring out the bone saw. I wish, dude. I wish so hard.
Okay.
What is the
story or a question?
What is the testing? What are they going to test? How are they going to test if he's a cyborg or not? You can't leave me hanging like that. God, what a dude. I think we legitimately just watched a dude destroy his entire family dynamic just to get on Dr. Phil to promote his rap album. I think there's a very high percentage of that's what we just all watched and witnessed. And you know what? I had a great time doing it. Shout out to you, man. I'll throw you a couple streams. I'll check it out. Why not? Who cares? We had a good time on the internet. And is that not what it's all about? It doesn't always have to be smart and productive. Sometimes you can just laugh at an insane person. And that's fine. That's fine. You don't have to be a role model 24/7. You can come here sometimes and hang out. And you can just chill.